We're going to be talking about the Matthew Stafford Jared Goff trade. Now, it's been over a week. Everyone's gotten their opinions out on this, and I want to get into my opinions. But first, the entire trade details. The Lions sent Matthew Stafford to the Rams and got Jared Goff, a 2021 third-round pick, a 2022 first-round, and a 2023 first. Now, a lot of people are saying that the Lions won this trade. Here's the thing. The Rams are a very good football team. Just remember, they beat the Seahawks in the playoffs. Past couple of years it's been easy, but not something a lot of teams can easily say they've done. The Seahawks are a very good football team. The Rams are debatably even better last season and will be better this season. Get the cigars out. They had a big chip on their shoulder. I firmly believe if they had a good quarterback, they could have potentially went farther. And they're getting their good quarterback. Jared Goff, I love him to death. He played my Patriots in Super Bowl 53 and did absolutely nothing. I think him in Detroit, he has nothing to lose. There's going to be a new head coach there if there's not already. I'm really not sure who the head coach in Detroit is. I don't think Detroit fans know. Because I know Matt Patricia came back to my Patriots. So I like this move in Jared Goff's case. It's kind of his chance to prove himself. He still has that insane contract that, good for him. But Matthew Stafford has everything to lose here. And so do the Rams. The Rams, they could crash and burn. They could lose Matthew Stafford. They could lose Aaron Donald, for anybody who knows. I doubt that'll ever happen. I firmly believe Aaron Donald will retire in a Rams jersey. But, they're always going to have one of the best defenses in the league. At least pass rushing defenses. You got Jalen Ramsey on the team. Again, amazing. You got a lot of dogs on this team. You got a lot of good players on this team. It just comes down to the offense personally. The defense is obviously going to be amazing. But the Rams can go far in the playoffs. So depending on what happens with the Saints. If Drew Brees retires and they take a year off, that's one team you got out of it. Then you got the Bucs still. The Bucs are obviously coming back firing even harder than this year potentially. Green Bay, whatever happens with A-Rod, I think he'll stay. But if he leaves, that's a huge one. If Deshaun goes to a team in the AFC or NFC, that's terrifying because Deshaun Watson will make any team that's already decent a contender. Not a contender, but at least in the playoffs. Like if he goes to the Bears, they're going to go to the playoffs. I have a weird prediction about Deshaun, but I want to wait until they start listening to, some of the offers because I have a cool one. I want to talk about it in a separate video, maybe just on Shaney 2K, maybe not a part of the Shaney show, but I do love Deshaun Watson and I hope he does well. You always got the Cardinals on that side of things. You always got again the Seahawks. It's a tough team to beat, but I think it's doable. Maybe not next year. Because you got DK, you got Russell, you got whoever they draft. They always draft incredibly well. They got DK with the second-round pick that the Patriots traded, which I still hate to this day. But honestly, in my opinion, Lions won the trade. The potential of the Rams just bursting into flames and having an awful season that results in a good draft pick and a good draft pick for the Lions, that's huge. That is so big. Because then the Lions are also going to be bad. So, probably. Or they could be decent, and they'll still get a good draft pick. And they could have two good draft picks. Like, imagine they get the first and, the 10th. They could trade that for somebody. Honestly, I think their best move, probably trade Jared Goff already. Get Deshaun Watson on your team. You trade two firsts and, a future first, all from the Rams to the Texans and Jared Goff. And I don't know, throw somebody else in there. Not JJ. Don't get rid of JJ. Or not JJ. What am I thinking? I'm thinking of the Texans. And you throw somebody else on the Lions in there. Not the rookie that's really good. But you got to throw in somebody else. And then you just get Deshaun straight up in a sixth. Because you always got to throw in an awful pick there. I think the Texans might listen to that one. But that's my opinion on the Matthew Stafford. I keep calling him that. Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff trade. And, I want to get into the Deshaun Watson trade next.